Hey everybody, we have a little problem with the case. 1845, it's nothing big. Air filter's stopped up. We use this in the chicken house, a lot of litter, a lot of dust. Air filter gets stopped up from time to time. It's not actually stopped up, it's just not pulling as much air as it should. Had the light come on the control panel, so we're going to show you how to take out the air filter, blow it out, shut the light off, go back to work. First things first, use the safety bar on the hydraulic cylinder. Very simple. It pins into right here. You pull this pin out, you pull this pin out, the bar drops down, you put the pins back in. It will save your life. I mean, there's no reason to take the chance. There's just not. The bucket on this machine, if I can get you to where you can see it right there, it's about a yard capacity, maybe a little over a yard capacity. The bucket by itself weighs about 1,000 pounds. And if something should happen and the bucket drops, that's 1,000 pounds dropping from roughly 10 feet, and you are not going to survive that. There's no reason to take that chance. Sorry, I'm back. Apparently I hit the panic button on my truck keys that are in my pocket. Danielle called because the dogs were having a fit because the truck alarm was going off. Okay, so to get to the air filter, very simple. You got 3 bolts, 1/2-inch wrench takes them out. You pull this plate right here off. Air filter housing is right on the back side of it. So let me get those 3 bolts out and you can see what we're looking at. While I'm taking these bolts out, we'll talk about this machine. This machine is the first one that we bought when we started building the farm. We bought it while we were under construction just to have something up here to move things around, get things done with. I'm gonna leave that middle one in for just a second. But we used it just to move around trash, clean up, to spread gravel. It's been a good machine. It really has. I've had a few issues here and there, but nothing uncommon with these things. They usually have there you go. Sorry, wind's blowing a little bit today. We usually have these machines have been known to have, and you're still falling. Let me turn you around this way. Let's try that. These machines have been known to have some ignition problems. There's a relay in the instrument panel up here, and it's been known to burn out and be a little slow starting at times. There have been some other little demons here and there, but they're actually very good machines. And little Cummins 4B engine, really can't beat it. Okay, here's our cover. It's off, it's out of the way. Right there, this is our air filter housing. Well, you take this off, you get a thumb screw right here. Just loosen it up. Once you get it to where it turns, then the whole lid should come off, just like that. Sorry. Now you can see this thumb screw. It's a wing nut. You loosen this wing nut, and this is what actually holds your air filter in. These machines have a 2-stage air filter, meaning you have an inner and an outer filter. This is the outer filter. You can see the dust falling off of it. So, all we do now, you take your air compressor, and get away from the wind, and get in the direction that the wind's blowing. And we'll be here for several minutes doing this. Let me get you a little better right on the whole thing. I know most of you don't really care about seeing this, but you know, some people might need to see it. Just a minute. I didn't realize it was going to be this dusty. Look at the dust coming out of this filter. Now, this is not clean. The whole reason why I'm doing this is just to get me by. I use this machine to clean out the corners in our chicken houses to get the cake litter out that we can't reuse. And we have the front corners of 5 houses cleaned out. We have to clean out the front corner of number 6, and we have to clean out the back corners of all 6. Probably another hour to hour and a half worth of use. All I'm doing is trying to get by. That's what we do a lot of times. I've blown enough dust out of this that it should turn the light off. It should pull enough air for the engine to run. Once we're done with the clean out, which has to be done today, then the machine will get new air filters inner and outer. This is a pre-filter. Actually, this is not the main air filter. This is a pre-filter. But the machine will get new air filters in and out. We're just getting by at this point. This machine works in dusty conditions all the time. So we usually change air filters about every 6 months. I mean, you saw what was coming out of this thing. You're not going to get it clean. We're just getting it clean enough to run. So if you look here is your main air filter. And it actually doesn't look that bad, but we'll go ahead and get both filters anyway. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think last time I bought these, they came as a set. So, but you go back in, there's your seal, has to go all the way up over the air filter. You can see a little housing in there that the seal actually goes around. You can feel that as you put it in. Slide it all the way in, line it up on the stud, and right there, you'll feel it seat. It'll almost hold itself up, but not quite. But that's the air filter going back in. Let me get you guys where you can see. Sorry, trying to work with a new tripod kind of selfie stick here, and it's not really going my way. And I'm in a little bit of a hurry because Danielle's dad is sitting in the spreader truck waiting on me. But now, this is it. It's just it's a reassembly. And it's just the opposite of what we've already done. Put that wing nut back on. A little bit tight, that's good enough. Put a cap back on. These caps can be a little bit of a pain if you're not real used to working with them. But you put the cap back in there, you'll feel it kind of seat, and you just tighten this thumb screw back up. You don't want it all the way. You don't want it so tight that you can't turn it. I usually just get it to where I can't turn the cap. Can't turn the cap, I say it's probably good. So now we will put the plate back on the outside, and this thing does have a certain way that it has to go. It has you have a long side here, you have a short side here. Short side goes to the top, and if you'll take the middle bolt, I call it the middle bolt, it goes right here, just about at the corner, and just get it started. That gives your plate something to hang on. It's hanging there now, and I'm not holding it. You can still wiggle it back and forth. You get this bottom bolt in. There we go. Top bolt. Sorry, still readjusting. There we go. I like to use a box wrench just because it's quick, easy, and readily available. Tighten up 3 bolts. Then we'll get back in the machine, we'll restart it. Check to see if our air filter light is off. There we go. Alright, we're in the machine. Let's get it started. This is some of those problems I was talking about with starting. Thing has a good battery, it has a good connection. There it went. There it went. So now I'm going to rev it up. Right here is the air filter light. Can't really see what you guys are seeing. Right here is the air filter light. When you rev up the engine, the light is not on. That means there's enough air moving through the air filter for the engine to run the way the manufacturer says it's supposed to. So, I'm going to stick my earplugs back in, get my dust mask back on, let the loader back down, and go back to work. You guys be safe. Have a good day. We'll see you next time.